Hello and welcome to the Virgo channel, and welcome if you're new to the Virgo channel. Welcome back. Welcome and welcome back. All right, my name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you, especially on this channel where we like to go deep diving. So we do look at the spiritual blocks and shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes, along with everything else. Why? Because if our person is acting like an ass, we want to know why they're acting like an ass. If a person is making us feel like crap, we want to know why they're treating us like crap. And we also want to know why we're attracting a person that is treating us like crap. That's why, so that we could actually shape shift this energy, right? Because you're only a mirror and a magnet of who and what comes into your life. We get what we need, not what we want. So without learning the spiritual lesson, we continue to relive the same karmic themes. So sometimes I feel like even the readings are the same because I'm like, these people do the same things. They get in their own way, they sabotage the connection. And it's because of their core beliefs. It's because of their behaviorisms that come from their core beliefs. So we could actually shape shift the situation because there's many different realities that play out at one time. So if a person's coming into your life because they have such intense feelings for you to the point that you're like, I know that we have a spiritual connection, but this person's a jerk. That might be something that you say because you're like, they're not treating me well, though we have a very strong spiritual connection where it could, if this person would elevate themselves, be a good connection. Like I said, it's it's about understanding why you attracted that person into your life because you may not be able to get this person to be exactly who you want them to be. However, a person that really truly loves someone else and, is drawn to that person, it, like I said, if you play it a certain way, you can at least avoid karmic retribution. You might not be able to get this person to become the person, like I said, that you want them to become, but you won't get the karmic retribution. A lot of times, these spiritual connections that we have bring pain, suffering. And it's because, again, in order for us to evolve into these higher states of consciousness, we have to learn, and we wouldn't be aware of what we needed to learn unless, a situation came into our life. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you gotta like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. Now, I always feel compelled to tell people that I do look at the spiritual blocks because this is a shadow healing channel. It's all about healing the effects of trauma, psychological and emotional trauma, because it's this energy that is created from trauma that blocks us, that that distorts our perceptions about ourselves and the world around us after a while. And this is how we unconsciously take that baggage into new relationships, attracting the same types of people and the same types of experiences play out to the point that we begin to not trust ourselves. The situations actually bring us further away from who we are, which is a horrible thing because then you're living more from a persona, from a mask that you want to be perceived as, and nothing good comes from that because you're not being real or authentic. So again, the word of the day is going to be criticism. I'm going to pull another one just because I feel like we've been getting that one a lot lately. Sorrow and sadness. I'm going to pull like a few. Do it a little bit differently. Powerless. Okay, so again, I'm so tired of this story. I'm so tired of this story because I feel like, Virgo, you're connected to someone that acts like they're powerless. And they're so sad, acting like the victim, that they're powerless when really they can come and talk to you if they wanted to. They're afraid of criticism. So this is the underlining energy. You're connected to someone that's stuck. And they're stuck because let's see how they treated you first. Let's not even look and see what they're hidden truth. So let's see like what actually happened. Okay, this person has always felt like they don't belong, like that they don't, that relationships don't work out for them because they're different. And I feel like it's because they move super fast in their relationships. You know, here for a good time, not a long time. But it's too much emphasis on the physical, not enough on the emotional. So obviously, this person like is not emotional intelligent, but they tend to be navigated by their emotions, which are very imbalanced. They feel one way one minute, they feel another way another minute, and that's because they're out of balance. That's why they feel like they're out of tune. When we're spiritually out of balance, we feel out of tune. We don't feel right. So I feel like you're connected to someone that has very addictive behavior. So in that, it's like they were a rebel without a cause, right? That's what it says here. They were a rebel without a cause, and but it's really because they felt inadequate about themselves. And you felt forgotten about, like it's again, which I feel like they purposely tried to do. I feel like this person likes to play games. That's why, again, what goes with the victimization, you're a victim, but you created the situation. Again, victim, that's what I'm saying. That's the energy there. It's all over it. And it's like, oh, poor me. Almost like that someone's going to come in and rescue them. Like they're going to approach you. I can guarantee eventually they'll come and approach you. And that's the energy that they're going to bring. Don't look at everything that I did. Like that I played a lot of games, but that my life, look at my life. Because I feel like this person's played a lot of games with a lot of people. It wasn't just you. And there's karmic retribution for that. Yeah, because they're always scheming. They're never coming from their heart. They're always, uh, strategizing, trying to get over, trying to do what's best for them, make sure that their needs are taken care of, but not really looking at anyone else's needs. Yeah, just sneaky behavior, just sneaking around. Like I feel like this person, if you actually hung out with this person, they would hang out with their phone like upside down so you couldn't see it, never right side up. They'd always bring their phone to the bathroom. They'd always, do things that you were like, I know that you're talking to other people. And I feel like sometimes they would purposely do that. They would purposely make you think that they were talking to someone else, trying to make it appear as if they were so desirable, so rich. For whatever reason, I just got a visualization of a person that, like, you met them at a restaurant, you met them at a place, and they took out this big, gigantic wad of money. like that was all their money. When meanwhile, it's like that was like where they worked, the works money that they were supposed to deposit, but instead of depositing it, they're walking around with it in their pocket. Like this person does those kind of things. But because they're so out of balance, which is why they feel spiritually off, it's like they overcompensate. So, it wouldn't have just been enough to have like 200 or 300 bucks in their pocket. They had to have like 3,000. Like it's outlandish, like what they do. Like so this person is not, they think that they're slick, and they think that they're slick because they hang around with people that are, not, that don't feel like they have any self-worth, right? That the energy that they're used to being around, even some of their friends, so they can get over on their friends. But I feel like they can't get over on everyone. It's like, yeah, if you go around like a bunch of people that, don't care about who they are, to the point that they don't take care of their health. They're overweight, they have bad habits, they're, trashy, they sleep with whoever, then of course, you can get over on those people. Those people aren't even conscious of their own life. But when this person goes out into the real world, they can't do that. But they feel like they're so slick. Again, hiding behind gifts. So it's like this person, like, I feel like they, again, like they hide behind the gifts that they were given. And so some of the gifts that this person has been given is that they're very intuitive, right? So, and they're intuitive because I feel like they grew up in a very like turbulent environment that made them overly sensitive. So again, they hide behind their gifts, almost like they know what you're going to do before you do it. Almost like if you're someone that's intuitive, they try to play like the same game. And I feel like they are intuitive. So that's the thing. You and this person have a strong spiritual ESP bond where I don't believe that this person ever tapped in to that part of themselves before you. I feel as if they were always told that part of you is bad. You're not supposed to tap into that part. You're supposed to be this type of person, a logical person. You're supposed to pay attention to books. You're supposed to pay attention to how much money you make. You're supposed to be like this. So I feel like they hid behind that their gifts. They wouldn't share them, but they're someone that's very intuitive, and they try to navigate and strategize through what they perceive. But what they perceive really isn't real. And I say that because they're wounded. So when people are wounded and they're trying to navigate a relationship, they're either going to overcompensate or undercompensate. I feel like this person, like, they just wanted to make you a little bit jealous. They just wanted to like get underneath your skin a little bit, but I feel like they went so overboard. They got so caught up in it. And so I feel like they're avoiding you because they're avoiding criticism because they already know that you're going to say something. They intuitively know that. And that's why they're again hiding behind it. It's like, I know all what you're going to do, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait it out. And I don't know why this person actually thinks that waiting it out is going to be better. Because again, you allow yourself to be under someone's spell. So it's again, this person, I feel like, again, I hate to say it, but I feel as if there's a karmic person around this person that has a lot of control over them. And I don't really even feel like it's love. I feel like it's loyalty though. And that's why your person hides from you, because they know that you're a stand-up person. That if you're gonna be with me, you're gonna mess with me, then you have to be loyal. I don't look at anything else, but I look at the loyalty. And the truth of the matter is, they know that they didn't give you loyalty. They again know already. And so, like you said, there's somebody in your life that I almost feel like this person like is almost like treats this person like they're comforting to them. I'm not gonna lie. And they're comforting to them because they take care of everything. They take care of everything. They're so self-sacrificing. They do everything for this person. So, you know, they're able to guilt, they're able to manipulate, they're able to get whatever they want. It's almost as if this person was one time married to this person, one time they dated this person and no longer are, but they have this weird codependent thing where even though that karmic may not want to be with them anymore. They certainly don't want them to move forward. And I say that because on an emotional level, that karmic person is getting from them, or had, even if they weren't sleeping together. We were coexisting, or we were, we would do things together. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but they've been in this person's life for a long time. And so it's almost like, everything overrides, um, this person overrides everything, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter like what's going on. If this person is like, you need to be home, you need to do this, you need to be here for me, you need to like, that's what goes. And that's what your person knows that you're like, oh no, I'm not fucking with this. I'm not fucking with this. And so that's what the issue is. It's like, playing point, and then they want to act like it's not really a big deal. Like, oh, they want to downplay it. It's like, but what they're downplaying is that they don't emotionally, they would never give you anything emotionally, because this person has that seed regardless. It's almost like your person's a little confused about their feelings. Like part of them is like, I love this person, but I don't love this person, because they never gave them, they're not with them, so they don't really want them. It's just this one woman or man or whoever is not moving. They're like, I have this space, so as long as I have this space, you're not really going to be able to go out and meet anybody. And so your person tries to pretend that they're not with them and tries to downplay whatever that is. I have toxic people and situations in life that keep me from being with you. I'm telling you, that's what I felt. It's like there's this karmic person. Like, I'm so tired of this story because I keep getting it, and it's like I'm really like getting annoyed. And so they're just very slow to act, to do anything with you, because again, they know that this karmic is watching them. I almost feel like at one point that they might have opened up a little bit to the karmic, and then that karmic like used it, whatever they told them, as like ammunition to like make it difficult for them to leave, to brainwash them. But there's also a sense that your person is just like acting like a victim when they don't have to be there. It's their choice to be there, but they're going to sit there and be like, to you, it's not really a big deal. When really it's like they're slow to act, and that's because they've become dependent on this person. And they don't want to hear about the criticism. They don't want to hear it, because no one in their right mind would like that. Again, so, and then it's like what you already know, it would be like a gaslighting situation, which I feel like that's what this relationship was. The whole time someone was there, so they never let you in. And here it is, they're like making other excuses, having their phone upside down, saying that it's just because of work or it's because of whatever. Meanwhile, intuitively, you knew. And that's why they know that you know. I also believe when a person sneaks around like that, because this person is so sneaky, um, that it's like you become more intuitive. Because, right, like you're sneaking around. It's like you're having to use all your senses to be sneaky, right? Like you're paying attention intuitively, you're gaslighting, you're playing games. So it's like, and I feel like that's what this person did to you, but I feel like they're connected to someone that does it to them. So they act like they can't do anything about it, but they can, because down deep inside, it's like they don't love this person. They're they feel obligated. They feel guilt. They feel responsible. They feel they have all these other emotions, which ironically you would identify with love, right? Well, they're parts of it, but you can feel responsible for like your mother and not want to marry your mother, or responsible for, somebody that you do care about because they have been there a lot for you and have done for you and not love them. But I feel like the karmic kind of makes them feel responsible. They say things a certain way, they do things a certain way, which has, your person almost feels like it's regular to them, though they can definitely feel that there's something missing from their life. It doesn't matter because, you know, they're too afraid. Their fear is really what, of, oh, I can't do anything because I'm afraid I'm going to hurt this person. I'm going to hurt this person. I don't really know what it's going to be like with you. It's almost better with the devil that I know. And almost like it was satisfying knowing that you had so much feeling for me and I was coming in and out. We were getting to know each other. So it was actually giving this person like energy to be with that person, right? Because they weren't giving anything to you, but coming in and out with the thought of maybe, and they knew that that's what you thought too, that maybe it's like that there was hope there because there was a strong connection there. But now it's like that this person has, disappeared and not really let you in. I feel like you already know like what the deal is. If you're not here, you're clearly talking to somebody else and you're ignoring me, because at the end of the day, this person says, well, you're stronger. I see you're stronger because look, you're by yourself. You have friends, you have a job. It's like, I know this person's weak because that person acts like a damsel in distress. Again, that person uses certain words to manipulate your person to keep them still, like, oh, well, I don't know what I would do if you weren't here to like be able to fix it. And only you can do it, like blowing smoke up their ass to like and stroking their ego, which is really why your person stays there. Because it's like I feel as comfortable, I could feel appreciated, but I feel like they're starting to see that uh that they were manipulated. And so it's like, it's almost like too late. Unfair. Like again, just treating you unfair. Like I said, it's just that one-sided energy and expecting you to treat them like, it be for you. It's almost like they expected you to that it would be okay that they treated you unfair, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like for them, like they're starting to see that they were manipulated and just holding up their time. They're starting to feel bad because they're like, wait a minute, now I'm being treated unfairly. Yeah, because the karmic doesn't really want to be with them. Karmic just wants them to keep doing for them so that they don't, it's almost like misery loves company. It's like if I'm miserable and I can't find anyone, then you need to be miserable too. And I haven't found anyone yet, so you can't find anyone yet. Like it's a little bit of this weird energy here that, but it's like what they're seeing is that, they had somebody, they had a connection. And what they see is that they have been really unfair. And that's again why they stay away, because they don't want to deal with the criticism. I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving even when it seems that I'm not. Okay, this is a different deck. That card was in this deck. So I'm gonna like take it because it's like they actually, like I said, that's exactly what I felt like. I feel like they see that they were ignored and so that they were manipulated. And I want to see that their feelings of what they want And so they're starting to make changes, but I feel like they don't really know how you're going to deal with them. And that's why they would move slow. And also, they don't want to disturb everyone else. So, again, this person, it's like they have to move slow. They have to do things sneaky. I'm kind of feeling like your person just likes to sneak around because when they, were talking to you, they were sneaking around this person. And God only knows who else, because they have this type of energy of just sneaking. It's time for action. Yeah, so again, this person feels like, okay, it's time for me to move towards you now because I'm not getting what it's like I've been manipulated here. People are just draining my resources and holding me up and you know and I'm not really being treated well. So let me go back over to you, Virgo, and to my Virgo and see whether my Virgo, I can smooth things out. Again, yeah, but because they feel like again, they want to see whether there's still a spark. They want to get they want that passion to start up again. So this person is going to come back, but they're going to come in very fast, very passionately, very intensely, okay, with the idea of I'm going to come in for passion because I'm being taken advantage of where I am, and I see that it's just holding me up, and actually being made a fool out of. They just blown, this person's just blowing smoke up my ass. I see him being manipulated. I'm being controlled. So it's almost like your person, I feel like, is like, well, I don't want to feel like I'm controlled, so I'm going to show you who's boss. See, either way, I don't like this person's energy. I'm going to tell you why, because I feel like they come in and they're like, I'm going to show you to the person that again is tricking them and thinking that they're holding them up and oh the damsel in distress or damsel if it's a guy in distress I'm going to keep you stuck where really it's like your person's like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna run out and I'm gonna go find my Virgo. And if I get caught, which I know that I will because you're watching everything that I do, well, then it burns your ass. It burns your ass because then really who has the upper hand? I'm still showing you I have the upper hand because you don't want me to leave. I know you don't want me to leave. So this is what they're doing to that person. And then to you, it's like I have passion for you, but I really haven't taken the time to get to know you because all my energy has gone to this person. So, you held back. I thought you were going to, not be so difficult. I don't want to have to deal with your criticism. So if you give me a hard time, well, again, you're going to have to deal with this karmic person. So then the arguments are not really like faced to me, it's you and this person. So it's almost like this person is like there's something wrong with them. It's almost like they want to create a triangle because they feel like in creating a triangle, that karmic will kind of like leave them alone and back off a little bit because they're not going to want them to leave. And with you, it'll be like, well, I showed you. See, I have this here, like so yeah, I wanted to be with you, but you wanted to be with me like in the right kind of way. You're a stand-up person. You want me to give you the loyalty. I can't give you the loyalty. I want to do things my way. That's why I don't like this person because they're extremely selfish. It's again, and this person also sees that again, that you're making things happen, but this person is so overindulgent that you are so tempting to them, okay? They see you as abundant, they see you as juicy, they see you as wealthy. They want they want to be connected to you because they like who you are. I don't believe that this person like has a connection to that karmic anymore. It's like it's more of a nostalgia of old times, responsibility because of what this person has manipulated. But with you, it's like, again, this person is tempted by you, okay? They see that you, again, like are making things happen for yourself, that, but they are so overindulgent, okay? They are somebody that, you know, one person isn't enough. Just the same as I'm sure that they have a lot of other addictive behavior. That's what it's saying here. So, and that would make sense because this person is stuck and they're so confused. And they're confused because I feel like they don't know how to process their emotions. They don't know how they need to like separate from that karmic, first of all, to be able to really figure out what it is that they want. Otherwise, there's a sense of, I don't feel good, but I want passion. So I'm going to run out and get passion. But the loyalty always goes to this person. But I'm going to play the victim. Oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. That's why I said this person is no. Like they're like no. Okay. Breaking free, rebellious, right? So there's a part of this person that expected you to be naive, okay? And there's a part of them that also wants to find themselves and be independent of that person. You make them feel young. You make them feel like with that karmic makes them like, again, responsibility, I feel like. There's no, like I said, love or passion there anymore. It's more like responsibility. That's an obligation that at one time there was good times. And with you, again, it's fresh energy, right? So there is like a youth, but this person thinks about breaking free all the time. And they feel like they can find themselves with you, that they can like that they don't fit into that mold anymore. And that's what the issue is. But what I see is they're like, even though I don't fit into that mold anymore, I don't know how to get rid of that. So we're just going to bring it along with us and not really say anything. And, you know, and I'm going to stay in this place of real selfishness so I can accommodate everyone. And that works for the karmic. It works well for me, but it won't work for anyone new that comes in. And I think that the karmic is fine with that. I think that this is the way that this person has lived for a long time. I think that there's been, threats and manipulation done in the past, and then it's just easier. I can't stop thinking about you, but your person can't stop thinking about you. Because again, that passion and that connection is still there. That's why I said, be careful. Because this whole thing with them coming back is built mainly on that. It's like I want what I want because I'm not happy with where I am. I regret lying to you because now they see that they can't even really be your friend anymore. And I bury myself and work to forget you. So this person, again, I do feel like that's what they do because I feel like that karmic is like responsibility, 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 responsibility. Like one of those people that tell your person to do everything. Like I feel like that your person is almost like a glorified bachelor that has a person that's sitting on the wing that has stepped into like wifey role a long time ago, and your person has just kind of felt obligated with this person. And maybe they hooked up at one time. Maybe they had a short relationship. Maybe for some, it was a relationship. But whatever this is, it's more of a thing of convenience held together by guilt and manipulation. And then with you, it's like, yeah, I have connection, but as long as this person's here, I can't do anything. So we have to say, um, with this type of shadow, because it's like obviously this is hurtful and it's really toxic. You have to say, why would you attract a person like this into your life? Again, pretended to be somebody that was that selfish, that didn't care. What are you supposed to learn? What was the karmic lesson? Why would you attract a person like this? Laughter. Again, I don't think that this is any laughing matter, but again, these are childhood wounds. So I feel like there was a lack of laughter. There was a lack of joy. There was a lack of being able to be yourself. Time and attention, obviously, like no time and attention, which is what this person did. So if you're not, there's no time and attention, there's no real experiences being created. So I kind of feel like you grew up in an environment where your needs, your wants, things that would emotionally fulfill you kind of got ignored. That you grew up in a very like regimented home where I don't really feel like it was encouraged to, find your own unique individuality, or if it was, I just don't feel like it was a joyous experience. There was a lack of support, and that's thing like laughter comes in sharing time and attention together, doing things together, creating experiences, you know. And one more, let's see. But this is actually a gift, and this is magic. And I believe that that's what it is. It's like intuitively, I believe that that's your magic, right? And I say because you avoided this situation. I don't see you going into the situation. You never went into the situation because this person wanted you to degrade yourself and really settle for less in order to be in the connection. They were very selfish. So I believe that if when we don't get time and attention in childhood, and we don't have them many experiences where we feel that we laughed and we could, feel free. Children are supposed to feel free, free to be silly, free to go out and experience things and friends. And if the dynamic of the house did not allow you to do that, it meant that you spent a lot of time by yourself. And when we spend a lot of time by ourselves, we still need to entertain ourselves somehow. Even if we don't think that we are entertaining ourselves, believe it or not, our imagination can actually entertain ourselves. And through the imagination is how we enhance our psychic abilities. It's how we learn how to use our imagination to create, to manifest. And I feel like you didn't, like, you actually gave yourself the time and the attention where you found your magic. And that really is what bringing you joy, helping you to connect to other people, to give you the laughter. Otherwise, like I said, you wouldn't have integrated the spiritual lesson. That's also why I feel like this person is coming back with passion and also acting like they don't really care whether or not they create turbulence in your life, because they're like, how dare you walk away from me? How dare you walk away from me and not suffer and avoid this shitstorm? Instead, I'm stuck here. See, if I would create a shitstorm and kind of fuck up your life, then I don't have to feel bad about us not being together. That is also what I feel from this person. So this is a very, very toxic person. I was going to say very, very bad man, like Jerry Seinfeld. This is a very, very bad man. Bad, bad, bad. Or if it's a girl, it's a very, very bad girl. It's a very, very, very bad person that is just very selfish because they can't figure out how to set appropriate boundaries and instead want to play the victim. That someone comes in and fixes it when meanwhile they don't even want it fixed. And it's all about giving yourself that self-love. We can't stay connected to this type of energy if we're loving ourselves. Trust me on that. So that was the spiritual lesson, spirit saying, I attend to my needs by listening to my own heart, my inner essence. Let me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and my soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. So I feel like it was about choosing yourself. And a lot of times, if we grew up in an environment where we didn't get the time and attention, we don't love ourselves enough. We tend to look for it outside of ourselves. And then what happens is we attract people that, again, are like this because spirit says, that's my job. God says, I am the universe and I bring you everything that you need. I'm inside of you. You don't need to, again, look for it outside. That's an inside job. Fill your cup up all the way, let it overflow, and then give whatever falls out of that cup to whoever comes into your life. Otherwise, this person would have drank your entire cup and threw the cup away and wouldn't have even cared, wouldn't have appreciated it, and just went back to going about their business connected to that karmic. Like, well, it's again, my life isn't bad, and stay half asleep, to stay stagnant, because that's what it looks like that this person wants to do. I'm going to leave that there. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.